Hey, what's up guys, T-Shover here on video today. Right, so today's going to be talking about Shadolls, which is coming out in the Primal Origin. It's coming out in the Duelist Alliance. I don't even know why the TCG decided to change it from the Duelist Advent to the Duelist Alliance, but they did, and now I'm confused. They've never done this before. They've always kept it the same. Like, for instance, like in OCG, Absolute Power Force, and everyone was like, "That's such a stupid name," even though it's cool, but it's stupid. So I expect it to get changed, and it didn't. So everyone was going Absolute Power Force, and it was the big joke for the time. So it's very weird that in Duelist Alliance, whatever. Point is, Shadolls are coming out, and this is a very weird skeleton. I'm just sort of put some cards in there. I put the artifact engine. However, I did take this deck and I went into unrated, played an OCG, and ended up playing a mirror match in my first game. And I want to show you the replay because I think it's a really cool replay. I can voice over and talk about the replay, and I can talk about the deck in general from my experience. Alright, let's get this replay started. If it's going to load up. Yeah, let's do it. Right, so he was playing a very different build of Shadolls. The deck itself is really interesting. Actually, no, that's me. I went first. Is it? No, I went first. No, he went first. Right. So Shadolls is a very interesting deck. We basically copied exactly card for card. I looked through exactly how to play the deck. This guy has a bit more experience in the deck than me, but I set everything because I did have a whole bunch of chainables. What did I have? Breakthrough Skill, more attack, bottomless, Shaddoll Roots, and Theosophy. So I had a pretty good setup. So the fact that I opened up Theosophy or Artifact Sanctum means that I get a pretty good start. So Artifact Armageddon Knight is basically a rotor for the deck because you can send Shaddoll Hedgehog, which lets you get a Shaddoll to your hand. So playing multiple Armageddon Knight seems like a very good idea. So he's playing a different build. He's not playing artifacts, but he's actually playing a Light Swan build. So he decided to play Mathematician instead of Armageddon Knight, so he gets a slightly different variation in how the deck works. More synchro options because going into level 5s is more better than level 6s. Obviously, unless Brionac was still around, you know. So at this point, I'm like, yay, I'm ahead. I've got more attacks. So I kill his monster and it doesn't do anything because they don't get any effects when they're face up. So I set Shaddoll Lizard, thinking that I'd be able to do something. So I flip up Lizard, target his monster, he breakthrough skills. I'm like, okay, great, sure. So I attack Hiwaboku's. Falcon gets Lizard, and Shaddoll Lizard kills more attack. I was like, why did I do that? But whatever. So he draws his first Light Swan. Well, he makes a Behemoth first. Sets the Raikou. So I'm like, okay, so I've got a bit of a problem. My Dark Creator isn't live yet. I've got 4 Shadolls in the graveyard. Let's have a quick count before we continue on. So I've got 1 Armageddon Knight, Dragon, and Lizard. So I'm waiting for another monster. By this point, I'm taking damage like a bitch. So I'm a bit frustrated, but you know, I've got Shaddoll Roots to protect me in case I need to do that. So I get MST, not very helpful at this point, so I set it. Attacks me again, brings me down, you know, I'm like, ah. Overall, at this point, I'm thinking, like, the deck is pretty solid. Like, I set Kuri Bandit because I don't want to give him another reason to attack me. So Raikou, and I break through, and I'm like, that's good, that's fine, man, that's good. So Behemoth comes in, and he actually uses the effect. I said that's a really good play because if he put that Kuri Bandit in the graveyard, I would have been able to go off. So I had to hope on my next card was going to be something. So he kept me under 5 darks, although I think that was completely by accident. Shaddoll Roots gets a monster and I attack. I wanted to put something on the board, so I set a Hedgehog because it lets me get, in case he goes off and does something. So Hedgehog allows me to bring my hand count up to 3. Shaddoll Hedgehog is probably one of the best cards in the deck. I just love the way that, you know, it lets you get straight to your fusion, so you can just literally do anything you want. Obviously you can get Shaddoll Roots as well, but that's obviously slowing your deck down. So getting Shaddoll Fusion exactly when you need it means that you can instantly use the effect. Obviously when your opponent has a big monster like Arc or something, you can just do crazy shenanigans. So at this point I know that I can make Dark Creator, but I just needed him to bait out stuff. I used Shaddoll Dragon to pop a back row as Waboku. I'm like, so it doesn't do anything, so I'm hoping he kills it somehow, obviously using Lizard. So it goes off and I get myself some stuff, and he goes completely ham here and he wants to end this game, but I realise I do have Theosophy, which is always nice. So he activates it, he breaks through skills. The reason why both of us were playing Breakthrough Skill because, in case you haven't noticed, this particular format that we're about to go into with artifacts, I think Shadolls as well, Breakthrough Skill is a better card than Phoenix Chain because the fact that when it dies, you set Breakthrough Skill on your turn, then on your end phase you go declaring my end phase, and then they activate Artifact Sanctum, special summon the Moral Attack, and then they get to pop it. So you're like, oh crap, I lost Phoenix Chain. But at least with Breakthrough Skill, you'll be able to push through that on your turn. So on the battle phase activate effects, you get to Breakthrough Skill from your graveyard and push straight through it. So stuff like Durandal is a real pain in the ass, but if you have anything like Breakthrough Skill, you can literally shut the card down completely. So he gives me a monster here. Shaddoll Fusion gets me Nephilim. So I get to pop the back row, which is Waboku, but that doesn't matter because Nephilim allows me to attack a special summon monster and destroy it before damage calc. So that's always fantastic. Shaddoll Roots gets me back my fusion, so I'm pretty happy. And I get Shaddoll Lizard, so I'll be able to destroy a monster on the field. So Raiko at this point is like, you know, whatever. He doesn't kill Nephilim because he wants to take it with Arc. So he makes Arc and takes it. And I'm like, sure, that's fine. That's fine. So Nephilim gets sent to the graveyard because of Shaddoll Lizard, which allows me to get back my Shaddoll Roots, I believe. So Dark Creator goes off, and now I've got a mid-game establishment now. So I'm pretty good. So I kill his Arc, so he doesn't really do much else. So I've got 2 Shaddoll Roots set. Not too handy, but he uses what's that card called? Squirming Fallen Shadow, Facing the Shadows. Very interesting card. You send a Shaddoll to the graveyard, you can change any number of face down defense position Shadolls to face up, which gets their flip effects. But I just thought the card is really slow, so I didn't bother with it. But it is a really decent card. He is using Electromagnetic Turtle, which allows him to you can banish to negate a battle phase. I'm using the same card as well because it is a decent light for the deck. It's just that it's OCG right now, so we can't use it. Soul Charge goes in hard here, gets me Dark Creator. I make an Arc and completely take control of the board. He has no way to deal with it, so he sets his Squirming Fallen Shadow. Dark Creator go and gets me a Shaddoll Dragon, thinking that if it was something stupid, I'd be able to protect myself. My Solemn Warning is completely dead. I was thinking there's a way he could summon a whole bunch of stuff and beat me, but he has no way to deal damage because I have Electromagnetic Turtle in the graveyard. So I'm feeling pretty content right now. Shaddoll Roots, and I go in Shaddoll Fusion into Midrash, and make sure I pop his back row. That's the whole reason why I made it in the first place. Dark Creator goes and gets me Shaddoll Lizard. So I literally set up this massive thing because I knew that if I TT, I'd be able to protect itself from the whole thing. So in a minute, he's going to make a very big misplay and overcommit to the board because he has complete control of the board by this point. Because I'm obviously sitting on nothing. So he Shaddoll Hedgehogs, and I thought, actually, he's going to do something in a minute. So I go and Black Luster Soldier. He goes and Black Luster Soldiers, I Torrential, and Nephilim goes and gets him a card. Shaddoll Falcon, Midrash. I get to add some stuff back. He gets to add stuff back as well. And now his Shaddoll Fusion is live, so I'm really freaking out by this point. But I thought since I have Theosophy, I should be okay. But there was he didn't do anything else with it. So I set Curry Bandit, because I was like hoping to God I find a way out of this now. Yeah. So Shaddoll Roots protects me for one turn, not too happy. But he did summon Shaddoll Roots, and this is where he makes the biggest mistake. Turn 32. Shaddoll Roots in attack mode, and I'm thinking I need to do 150 damage, so the best thing is to Shaddoll Fusion. Now that he has a special summon monster on his side of the field, I can go and Shaddoll Fusion for game. So I attack over his monster and finish it. So as you can see there, it's a very close match, 300 to 150. It was so close. He was ahead at some points. He clearly had some more forethought. I was just playing through it, kind of understanding how the deck's working. Soul Charge is really dumb. Arc is really good for getting out of sticky situations against this deck. Overall, I feel the deck is really fantastic. I really want to do some more duels with it, but at the moment I felt that this particular mirror match replay was a really good example of 2 different variants of the deck clashing and seeing how they fare against each other. But ultimately, the Shaddoll core kind of comes into its own regardless of what core you're playing, or text, like if you're playing the Light Swan or the artifacts. And I think there's some other ones, especially when the new Shadolls come out of different attributes, you'll be able to see the differences. When the Fire one comes out in the TCG, you'll be able to see people play like Volcanic Shell and a whole bunch of different fire monsters. Kind of interesting to see how that works. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below how you feel about Shadolls, if you think they're broken, if you think they're good for the game, if you're looking forward to playing them, if you're going to collect them, blah 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 blah. Talk about Shadolls in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, the TCG lover is out.